This episode is brought to you by thedolphinwars.com.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to King Dolphin TV, episode 291. The 9 more episodes before Big 200 or Big 300. I am Raymond. I am the author of the Dolphin Wars trilogy and ruler of the greatest, most fantabulous pod in YouTube. I wish you all welcome to our Wednesday show. And I have as a guest, Comic Relief Crusader, but he's got a job interview at this time. He may be running late. In the meantime, let's show our support for our friend Comic Relief Crusader and put a CRC out there to show our support for him. And also, please put a WTW or WW to show our support for Wendy Webb, Trauma Warrior, who is going to her father passed away last week, and they're getting ready for the funeral. So, Wendy, we love you. Glad you're here. Understand you may not be all here, may not be here. I understand totally. So just we're thinking of you and we love you, Wendy. And also Mama Fez. Please put Mama Fez out there. To show our support for Fez's mom. I gotta put out MFEZ because for some reason YouTube decides it doesn't like MF. As we're waiting for Comic Relief Crusader, let's get this show started here. Let's see here. He's got a hello, Real Wade Nation. We're waiting on him. He had a last minute call for a job interview. So we are waiting for him. He will be on momentarily. So, and welcome. So if you like what we're doing here at this channel, if you like these interviews, if you love the chaos and fun of Just Cuz, and if you just like everything on the channel, please hit that like button. Please, if you are not subscribed, please subscribe. And also, as I get this going here, StreamYards is giving me a bit of a fit tonight, as usual. As usual, it's giving me some fits. It's running really slow today. So if you are so inclined, help out the channel. On top of the chat, there is the link to put some ducats in the bucket, to send a tip to King Dolphin TV. It helps the channel. It keeps the lights on here, helps the channel out, and is a block. It's a way to keep a certain polar bear followed by a certain pit bull from knocking on your door and shaking you down. Yes, the certain polar bear is saying, "Hail," that's right. Yes. Yes. I'm sure you don't want them shaking you down for some ducats. So, and so, please consider putting some tips out for the old dolphin here. My shakedown crew is ready to take your phone call or take your stream. All right, so let me welcome our people here and get started. It besides Comic coming here today, yeah, Wendy, I imagine being shaken down by a polar is not fun. Yeah, and so Snortopoopas and trike collections. Shake a leg before we break a leg. I like it. I like it. All right. Hello, Pudgy Hedgehog. How you doing? Yes, as Pudgy has just said, uh, today was Sandra's and my anniversary, and we had a great time, and we'll tell you all about that as we wait for the Comic Relief Crusader. All right, so let me welcome our guests, and then I will welcome our lifeguards. That's the new name. We're not doing what wrenches. That's being used everywhere. We're making it different. We're calling them lifeguards because that's what they do. They keep the pods safe. We have Tim FKHC 2005. Hello, sir. How are you? We've got the aforementioned Pudgy Hedgehog. Hello, Pudgy. We've got Real Weight Nation Gaming Clips. Hello, sir. And I'm sure there will be others following suit. But now, time to introduce the lifeguards. Again, these people keep us safe, keep the bots out of there. Emergency flotation wrenches. Yeah. Let's see. So we've got the first one in, the last one out. Look at us, Legion. How are you doing, my friend? We've got the aforementioned Wendy Webb, Trauma Warrior, who just waved at Pudgy. And we've got Fez Forever. Fez Forever. Fez, John Rindle, the Fez Man. How you doing, sir? And, of course, the show would not be complete if we don't mention the aforementioned head of the collection agency. Let me put that up again. Snortopoopas and trike collections. Shake a leg before we break a leg. Yeah. But let us welcome the baddest bear in YouTube, the baddest bear, the hardest working bear in the pod, the amazing Snortopoopas. Cute bird. Dot screen. Hashtag roar. Hi, sweetie. Whoa. I wonder what Mini Snort said about this. I don't know. This is supposed to be the interview show, not just cause. We're supposed to have Mini Snort, but I don't know. This is looking a little suspicious. And Snort likes it. Amber, moi. What? What? Oh my. Oh my. I think something's going on here. And Mini Snort's not here, so I don't know what is going on with this. John goes. All right. And let's see. And of course, my better half, the amazing, the wonderful, the producer of this show. My love, Sandra. Happy anniversary, baby. I love you. She is the producer of King Dolphin TV in color. This is a Sandra production. So we've made our intros. I'm sure we will get, we will be getting, things going on here. And let's see. Let's start. I know there's been some stuff going on at the beginning. Let's see. No Legatus, no Speedos. Let's see. Snort says, this show's going to be huge, huge. And we're waiting on Comic because he's got a job interview. And remember, he's also on the left coast of Canada. So, yes, it'll be part-time with Trike and Raymond until CRC gets here. And thank you for the anniversary wishes. Oh, what's this? What's this, Snort? Poopy anniversary. I was going to bring you a cake, but I ate it already. And then he's saying, Sandra, Raymond already ate. What? Raymond already ate the cake I brought you. Wait a minute, you said you ate it. And bring back a cake for Raymond and Sandra. I see what's going on here. Snort. Let's see. My hospital CNO is making me take the whole week off for grieving. I am bored as hell. Well, we're glad you made it here so you can have fun with us. Let's see. Sandra says you need some time to regroup and just be away from everything for a little while. It'll be back to crazy soon enough. The funeral is a Saturday and everything is planned. We're just waiting on out-of-town guests. Yeah, that's. Snort asks if Comic Relief is interviewing with Gumby. You have a guess? Can we have a clue? Huh? I don't know what you mean. And then there's the thanks for all the Mama Fesses. Let's see. Okay. Snort says, hail Trike. Yes. I hope you like the Trike cams. There's going to be a lot more into the shorts as I'm now discovering shorts. More Trike cams. I hope you like the one of me training for our upcoming match. Yeah, let's see. Then we got shaken down by a polar bear is not fun. And Snorter Poopas and Trike collections. Shake a leg before we break a leg. Okay, and there's Pudgy's happy anniversary. Yep. Let's see. Thank you for all the anniversary wishes. We had a great time. And then Snort Fez says, what? And Snort's already going, woohoo! What? Fez puts out, activates the sensor blankie. Ooh. Snort says, Amber and I will be making our own waves. Amber waves. Woohoo. Uh-oh. Amber and Sniffles. Hello, Tina the Naughty Dragon. How you doing, dear? Hope you're having a great week so far, and can't you get it for tonight? Let's see. And hello, Max Redstone. And hey, Gary, how you doing? Hello, all. Oh, let's see. So we got Tina. And we got sure. That's a good idea. Hey, Gary, I'm going to send you a link. You haven't been on the chat for a while. If you can, come on up. I will send you a link. Let's see. Next. Okay. Let's see. Go to X. Please bear with me. Got to do some copying, got to do some pasting. There you go, Gary. Let's see. Oh, thank you. Let's see. Fez says the Comic Relief Crusader. Hey, give him a break. He's trying to get it. He's working to get a job, and that's important. And Tina says, "Hi, Wendy, Fez, and Pooh Bear." All right. Let's see. Okay, and then Max is saying happy anniversary. Happy anniversary. Hey, what about me? Let's see. And then Max Redstone. Hello, Max. Hello, Max Redstone. There's Gary giving the ALHDTV or KDTV. I thought I saw something. That Tina said. Okay, let's see. Ooh, I think we got a jealous dragon out there. What's will say? How you going to explain that, Norta Pupus? How you going to explain that? Jealous? Hey, let's see. We're doing good. We just got done celebrating our anniversary. And well, still celebrate. We're still celebrating. Anytime we're together is a celebration. We had a good time. Let's see. Please bear with King Dolphin TV. Polar bear with me. And Snort is saying, I am bearing with you. Oh, maybe a little, but at least you haven't smelled burnt fur yet. Ooh, there is some. We have a love triangle. You dog, Snort. Hello, Matt G. How you doing? And no, my mouth really doesn't want to go through all those names, so I'm just going to say hello, Matt G. Okay. Hey, Trike. I've got a visitor. Please, he's saying, "Pat me, Daddy." I've got Trike right here. No, you can't have Amber. You don't even like the toys you got. No way are you getting Amber. Oh, he gave me a snort. so to speak. All right. If Sandra's happy, you'll have a happy anniversary. Thank you, Max. And he's saying, Snorty, you've got some splaining to do.
He gave me his paw for Amber.
Sandra said that Trike gave Sandra a paw for Amber. Ooh.
They want to see you. They want to see you, baby. Come on. Get up here, sweetie.
Hold on. Hold on. We can't have a King Dolphin TV without. Come on. Oh, come on, StreamYards. What is wrong with StreamYards? Are you guys hearing me okay? Are you guys hearing me okay? Otherwise, StreamYards has just decided it's going to do a Gumby. Okay. All right. There we go. There is a Trike sighting. Trike and Mama sighting. Hail to the Trike. And hail to Sandra. There they are. Ah, the good. He's a good boy. He is a good boy. Wave to your fans, Trike. Wave to your fans.
He says, I'll show you profile.
He says we'll show. Hi, Agent Pepsi One. Agent Pepsi One. They've given you a number and taken away your name. Who says? Huh?
He's waving in ear.
He's waving in ear. Agent Pepsi One says, "Hail the Trike." And Trike is getting scritches. Oh, look at that. Look at that big guy with the and puppy. And hello, Agent Pepsi One. Hail. Oh, let's see. Oh, you want to come up, Agent Pepsi One? I can pop you a link until Comic gets here. All right, I'll wait to see about a response. Let's see. Okay, everybody's got waggy doggo. Yep. All right. Yeah, I don't know what was going on. Happy wife equals happy life. Yeah. Ah, that says Trike snorted. Snort a puppy, cute dog. Ooh. It's always the forbidden toys that dogs want the most.
He won't play with his own.
Yeah, he won't play with his own. And no way I'm gonna. Yeah, agreed. No way am I giving him Amber. And Snort says, Tina's a very nice dragon, but she and I together would be like fire and ice. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I could care less about Mr. Swift after he did something stupid during a game. Snort says innocent. All right. Okay. Oh, okay. Let's see. Sure, Max. Sure. Let me get you a link. Oh, thanks, mate. Agent Pepsi One.
You can put your other screen back up so I can go back over.
Okay.
Unless you want to keep watching again.
Okay, we'll keep watching him. Sandra's got to get back to work. All right. Okay, Sam. Hey, Phantom. How you doing? Okay, let's see. Let me work on this. Takes a little time to get people some non Twitter channels. Okay. Let's see. Give me a second. Okay. All right. There you go. Okay. And he's gone. As that's going. Hello, Angular. Welcome. Welcome to the chat. And hope you subscribe and like it here. And I hope I said that right. Okay, so wow. Hey, Max.
Hello, son of Jor-El.
How you doing?
You before me.
Hello, Suzanne. How are you? Boy, people start coming in.
Happy anniversary, Raymond.
Thank you. Thank you.
And
Thank
Sandra.
You. Oh, yeah. She heard. Let's see.
Thank you.
She heard me.
Yep. Oh, hey. With this microphone I've got, I can hear stuff a long way away. King Dolphin TV, you are way too nice. You will subscribe and you will like it here or else.
You'll subscribe and like it.
Yep. I like this channel, and for this I've given you a booster. Cool. Thank you, Angular.
Oh, yeah.
So let's see. We had a good anniversary. We did a we did what we call some recoil therapy, where we do some pew pew stuff, and that was fun. Yeah, and then we did our dinner. We went to a place called Hoss's Steak and Seafood, and oh my god! Oh my! Yes, indeed. Let's see. I gotta find the pictures. I sent them, and I've got them in there. This is.
I'm gonna mute for a second because I'm writing a limerick.
Okay. All right.
But I am listening.
Okay. Hello, Canadian Spider-Man. How you doing, buddy? Good seeing you. Haven't been here. Haven't seen you in a while. And welcome. Okay. Canadian Spider-Man. Okay, so this is what we had, or what I had at our meal. I had a 6-inch sirloin, and I know we talk about food here on King Dolphin TV. So I decided to take pictures of my meal just for you guys. It's 6-inch sirloin and mini pierogies as a side. And of course, an all-you-can-eat salad bar. So we took advantage of the all-you-can-eat salad bar. So that is my entree. 6 ounce, not 1 inch, yeah. And Sandra had the same thing, but with a baked potato. Those pierogies were good. I wish they were regular size, but I think they Agent Pepsi One says, what, Raymond, you get a 24-ounce sirloin, a giant potato, and a salad bar. Nah.
Okay, I do have my limerick now. But pierogies?
Yeah.
In West Virginia?
Yeah.
I'm not skeptical. I'm just okay. I'm half Polish. I'm just
these were mini ones too.
Okay.
They were, here, I'll show it again.
Were they like the dough? Were the Polish kind?
Yeah, here.
Okay.
I'll show them again. I'll show them again. Now, of course, they are all. It's going to be kind of hard to see them because it was covered in sour cream goodness. You can't have a pierogi without sour cream, in my mind.
Well, you can. Applesauce.
Yeah, true.
Have you ever had a Russian pierogi?
Oh, I don't know.
It's
It's
pastry, not dumpling.
Yeah. No, I came from Cleveland, so
okay.
There was a big Polish community there, so it was Polish.
Well, I came from Chicago. You know, outside of Poland, there's no other place on earth where there's more Polish people.
Okay, there it is.
Oh, okay.
And they were small. But they were advertised as small. They weren't advertised as big.
Oh, they were pequeño pierogies.
Yeah, pequeño pierogies. And of course, we indulged in the dessert bar, and that was very decadent. Let's see, very decadent. I had cheesecake parfait, bread pudding, and of course, ice cream with sprinkles.
And a visit to the interventional radiologist afterward.
Yeah. Let's see. Phantom Outsider says, I'm too lazy to go to the Polish store in Manville. I'll just get some Mrs. T's. Ooh. I want potato pancakes just like the Marlboro used to make. Oh, no. You got to have... I know.
You know...
You've got to have the latkes with the shredded... where you shred the potatoes yourself and you get the blood that was on the grater ends up in the latkes before you.
Well, you know, there's it was a bit of a shock, not a shock, but it was different because you know, in Chicago, like in Chicago, I always lived around the Jewish people and even like the big grocery stores always have a big kosher section. Then I came here, like the kosher section is,
oh yeah,
you know, and then you know, I live in San Diego. It's like, but if you go, you have to go up to La Jolla to you know, there's a Ralph's that has a kosher section, like a kosher deli. So, and then, you know, right around the way is like the Russian deli where they have the Russian pierogies.
Yeah.
And it's all run by Russian grandmas.
Yes, we both had medium rare. My child would off me in my sleep if I fed him that small amount. I make. Ooh,
No.
I would love to check out Ukrainian pierogies.
What is a Ukraine? What makes Ukrainian pierogi Ukrainian? Because
Yeah.
like the Russian, like I said, the Russian pierogies have a pastry, like the outside is pastry, whereas the Polish pierogies are more like a dough, like a dumpling.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, don't know. Phantom is going to add pierogies to the shopping cart. All right, so let's see. Keep going.
so I have a limerick.
Oh, then let us hear the limerick.
Steak. Oh, you tell me when to go.
Please. Go ahead.
Steak, seafood, and a gun. Rounds and romance with Sandra. Such fun. How could one pass? A sirloin it has. A 20-second is a guaranteed run.
I love it. Oh, awesome. That was great.
Thank you.
That was great. On the fly, too.
Yeah.
On the very fly. All right. Well, one of the things we were going to talk about with Comic Relief Crusader, a doughy pierogi. You can boil or fry them. And Snort loved it. Loved it.
Thank you, Snorty.
Yep, Snort. All right. So, yeah. So they're a doughy. Yeah, pretty much like a Polish one.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Russian ones are greasy, of course.
Yeah. You got to fly it. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, like I said, I wish they could have gone with the full Monty pierogies, but that's okay. No, but it just dawned on me that they called it Hoss, and I'm going, oh, now I know why they called it Hoss.
Didn't they used to have the Bonanza Steakhouse, and then what was it?
Ponderosa.
But yeah.
It first was it was Bonanza, then I don't
Ponderosa.
know who did the buying first.
I think
Ponderosa.
Ponderosa. They it's like but Ponderosa and Sizzler Ponderosa and Sizzler, even though they were like different parts of the market, they had like ultra super expansions during the 80s and early 90s, and like in the last 10 years it retracted. Such is business.
Yeah. There was one around where I lived in Maryland, Sizzler, but when we moved down to the Freedom State, they don't have any of those. Huh. Whoa.
I've never been to an Old Country buffet. Never was. Never been in a Golden Corral either.
I've been. We've had Golden Corrals, but the plague closed those out. King Dolphin, Agent Pepsi 1 says, I have a Ukrainian student in my class. She and her mom fled the war and ended up here in Vicksburg. Oh, her father was killed in action in the army. The weather is very rough on them here. Well, of course, it's so hot down there.
Yeah. What do you? I know. I'm not sure what we were going to talk about with Comic Relief, but what do you think about? What do you think about this breakout in Ukraine? Have you paid attention to it?
Not really.
Okay.
Not really. I'm just very interested, and I'm just thinking. It's like I said, I haven't really been catching up on stuff like that. We were actually going to talk about comics.
Oh, okay.
Comics with Comic Relief Crusader. How are you with comics?
I know small. Oh,
you know small.
Little, very little.
So you're not a comic person. Huh?
No, I'm not a comic guy. Yeah. I would always just sort of listen to Klobby and like, oh
yeah,
that's interesting.
That's where he started. When I wanted to start branching out from interviews, and of course, just cause I thought about, let's start. Let me start. I am not showing that picture. Well, okay. Hold on a second.
NSFKD TV, not safe for King Dolphin TV.
Give me a quick second. I'm going to go into mute.
Okay.
All right. So.
Oh, I was about to do a puppet show.
Well, it could be. I could have done the Semper Gumby look.
Yep.
Semper Gumby video. All right. So, I know that YouTube is probably not going to like this,
but
I don't care. I don't care. So, he's
here. Are we going to have our swear word extravaganza?
No. Here he is. Huge. The huge man.
Huge. Finally made it.
Bigly huge.
Bigly huge.
He's a little bit late. That's okay.
That's fine. That's fine.
Always late. Different time zones. I had to travel around, but I'm here right now.
So, okay.
How'd it go?
Pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah. The boss of the company, he's like, hey, you want a cup of coffee? I'm like, yeah, sure. That'll be great. It'll be the first one for today. And, talked, and he's got a beard like Santa Claus. So,
so he beats out Fez, huh?
Yeah, he does.
Wow.
So, yeah, sorry for being this late. It's just been an insane time, but I'm finally here.
Well, great to have you.
And you know what? Raymond, I'll duck out. So
you sure?
Yeah.
You don't have to.
I'm a placeholder. I came, I saw, I limericked. I'm going to go back to the chat.
And that was a great limerick.
Yeah.
We'll get you back on.
Of course. I'm just glad to have been here. And I'll go back to the chat. Wait.
Oh, whoa. All right. Comic. I'm glad you're. Oh,
yo.
It says beard challenge accepted. Ooh. Okay.
Ooh, there we go.
Yes. We should put that on. We should put that on a channel. Yeah. All right. Sandra said I should see this, and I must warn you. This will probably get me slapped by YouTube. I don't care.
Good.
I do not care, so I'm going to put it out there. This is what we did on our anniversary. This was what she brought to the game. Not the
yeah. Lots of pew-pews.
Yep, that's her. That was all her pew-pews. One was
nice.
One on the left is a 10 millimeter Glock. The one in the middle is the standard Glock 19, and then the one on the right is a SIG 1941.
Pretty.
Yeah, I was doing rifles on my side, and I didn't think to 1911. I'm sorry. 1911, and I was using rifles on my side of the range and didn't think to take pictures, but maybe one day I will. So
who knew Sandra was so dangerous?
Oh, she was getting all sorts. Oh, she was getting all sorts of comments at the. She was getting all sorts of comments as we were leaving.
Yeah.
They were saying, "Wow, she is a fantastic shooter." And it was like her head was getting bigger and her face was getting redder, as they were saying.
So she's basically like this channel's honorary John Wick type.
Yeah. Actually, I call her Annie Oakley.
Ooh, there we go. That's even better.
Yeah. I believe in the people's right to keep and arm banners.
I believe that.
So yes, that was our anniversary day. That and of course the food. Oh,
Well, you got to have
that was-
food.
oh, you didn't see the food. Well, you'll see.
No, I
it.
didn't see the food. Oh, I'm going to see the food. Okay.
No, there. I'll put on the food. Let's see.
Food.
Yes, of course. Well, I thought, did I close that? StreamYards. It's either StreamYards or me.
It's probably StreamYards because
Yeah,
lately I've been having issues with them. So,
yeah.
especially last Friday. Oh God. Oh yeah. I was supposed to be doing my show on Friday, and then for some odd reason, I don't know why, the camera wouldn't register on StreamYards, the mic wouldn't register on StreamYards, and it was like 45 minutes late trying to get in there. Snort was almost going to eat people on top of that, and he felt neglected, but I tried to console him and say, hey man,
Oh,
I know.
yeah.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
Snort don't eat. It was out of my hands.
Yep. Well, Snort has got a collection agency now here. It's Snort and Trike Collections. Shake a leg or we break a leg.
He'll probably break legs as he wants to get to the tasty marrow inside.
All right. Steak and pierogies.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And copious amounts of cream cheese.
Of course.
Or sour cream.
Sour cream.
Ah.
Sour cream.
Yum.
Sandra had the baked potato. And let's see. And then I had, she wouldn't let me take a picture of her meal, but hers was virtually the same. But with the addition of, she had the baked potato instead of the pierogies.
Oh,
and there is cheesecake parfait, bread pudding, and ice cream with sprinkles.
Oh my God. I'm getting so hungry right now.
Yep. Hey, it's what we talk about here. But tonight,
of course.
Tonight, for the next hour or so, it's called Hosses, and it's in Martinsburg, West Virginia. But it looks like it's part of a chain, so you can look that up. HOSS. So, Jimmy and I are ordering Mexican to be delivered because we feel lazy. Okay.
There we go. And this coming from a trauma warrior.
True. Well, they're going through, Wendy's going through the.
Yes. And Wendy, you got all my love, Wendy. And, I know you're going to pull through this, what happened, I don't want to say, because I'm being sensitive to your needs and situation. So, but yeah, we got your back, Wendy.
And hello to John the Beagle Dad. How are you?
Welcome, John.
Welcome, and we hope you enjoy the show. Now we have a Beagle Dad.
Yes. It's becoming Noah's Ark in here. We got Tina, who's a dragon. We got a Beagle Dad. We got a bear.
We've got Trike. We've got Trike.
Exactly.
Yeah, we got Trike. So
you're gonna have to build an ark.
So true. All right. So, well, I'm glad you. Like I said, it's better late than never, and I wish you best luck that you get this job.
Oh yeah, I'm really hoping so, dude.
Kick names and take butts.
Exactly. That's right.
Oh yeah, and Snort says we have a hedgehog and an eagle too. Yep,
that's right.
So okay. get my
Oh,
list
and you
out.
still get that pond in the back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
12. Despite
Yeah, there
our
you go.
best, despite our best efforts, the fish are still thriving. We got about 12 of them.
See, you definitely need an arc.
That is true, my friend. That is true. All right, so let us get to the subject at hand.
Yes.
Let us talk comics. 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 Oh yes. Sorry, Wendy. Yes. Don't
And the
forget the
ferrets.
ferrets. Yeah. Slapshot and Brandy. Yes. Don't forget them. We have a big menagerie. And Tina says, I enjoy hanging around a menagerie. Yep. And we have a menagerie here.
Oh yeah.
We have Noah Pudgy.
Noah Pudgy.
I can see him there with a big walking stick as people
Pudgy in a robe with a long staff.
Yeah. and then he sends out the dove to look for the land.
Yeah, exactly.
Pudgy's ark would be full of rabbits, squirrels, foxes. Yep. And you don't want to put bears in an enclosed space with a buffet. It doesn't end well. Oh, that is true. That is true. Okay. Do this again. It is John the Beagle Dad. And like I said, welcome. Please like and subscribe.
Exactly. Because if you don't, Snort will eat you.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we're above 620 subscribers on the road to 1,000.
Right on.
Yeah. Now I just got to get those stupid watch hours.
I would be thinking that you had all those watch hours by now.
I thought so too, but I'm only about almost 25.
Huh.
I don't understand what's going on. Fortunately, I'm working with PJ.
There we go.
Warville Nation. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Okay. Comics. I do the Fantastic Four here, but I wanted to see. Now, you love comic books just as much as I do.
Yeah.
Yes. In fact, we are working on our special project as soon as we can get the blessing from Hungry Boy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and I did talk to him, and he said no, he has to continue his tests.
I know. I'm working on the third page of this test right now because now I got to do a 3-pager so of consecutive art, and all the art's got to be there, and it's all on these big 11x17 sheets now. So it's no longer like your standard size, 8.5 by 11. No, we have to go huge. Right, we got like this is page 1 of what I'm doing, and he's like, you gotta add in all these details and stuff like that, right? So that was page 1, and so I'm still working a little bit on page 2 of what I'm doing. So you got like this kind of monster right here, and actually, you know what? I kind of borrowed a monster from Ultraman. Because I like watching some of those old Japanese cheesy flicks like that. And I know the last one right there kind of looks like a Pokemon because it sort of kind of is. So so I borrowed like this Wolfman creature thing that was in Ultraman, and so I'm gonna touch up page 2, and then so I'm also working on like page 3 right now, and of this whole comic test that I got to do. So, but because things have been up and down and everything, it's just put a little bit of a delay on it. So, but I want these to look, right, so I can pass Hungry's test.
Yeah.
And I have to get this is the thing, right? I have to get by his grading scale. It's got to be it's got to be like like an 8 out of 10, for like passable by his standards. And if it isn't, then I got to do it all over again. Right? Yeah. So I want to take my time, but I want to get through this as well, right? So because again, with everything that's been going on lately, trying to now find a job, because I really need some fundage. And on top of that, trying to get the money together to try to keep this shop open, because we're a little bit behind right now. It's been a little stressful, and and so Hungry, he does understand what's going on. So but I do want to get back to this, because this is getting a bit more fun now, right? And and trying not to make it look and feel like comics now, because as I'm flipping through some of the comics that Marvel and DC are putting out, they're boring. They're like, they're really boring. It's see, here's the thing. Like when I started out with Hungry, like last year, back around late April, May, something like that. One of the things he told me is that you want to kind of keep away from like eye level shots. You kind of picture the scene, as a camera, and you want to move it around, you want to get like kind of like dynamic angles and shots and stuff like that, like in your panel. And you want to stay away from these eye level shots, basically, for lack of a better word to put it, right? And so you want to get it from, like, I don't know, like say a worm's eye view or bird's eye view, or here and there and everywhere, kind of like how a lot of comic greats had done it, right? And so it's a real mental exercise on top of that. Plus, on top of that, he has me doing something else besides these 3 pages, which is like, okay, if you got some spare time, which I actually really got to keep up on this too, besides of what everything else is going on. It's like, okay, if you're not doing the pages at the time, then try to spend like a few hours a day practicing on your anatomy, right? And so that's what's going on too, because you have to get anatomy right, where certain muscle groups are and stuff like that. So on and off, I've been talking with Jim Steranko, who is like, one of these legendary Marvel artists, especially like back in the 70s and stuff like that.
How did you get in touch with him?
He's on Twitter. He's like literally, he's on Twitter.
Wow.
Right? Yes. And
wow.
Yeah. So every Saturday night, okay, he'll put a post on where he'll take questions from a bunch of people. No. and he has like this Sunday evening mashup kind of thing where he takes questions from people and stuff like that. And so, and then I kind of found out incidentally that, he's a Trump supporter, which is kind of nice, right? A he's conservative minded.
Ah, okay.
Right.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So he's not like a Dan Slott, that thinks he's like God's gift to humanity, writing comics for like She-Hulk, which were just abysmal. And so he's of like-mindedness, let's put it that way. And so it gives me the opportunity to ask him questions like, what's the best way to study anatomy if I want to draw comics. And so he told me one night, what you want to do is study what was it, George Bridgman, who was a graphic designer, but he was also an artist on top of that as well. Kind of similar to Loomis, like, because a lot of people study like the Loomis method when it comes to, like drawing people and stuff like that. But there was also another guy named George Bridgman who was equally as famous, but not commonly talked about like in the field of comics, I guess. And this guy, he was Canadian as well. And so I started looking at George Bridgman, and there was a course, I think like a 12-part course of studying Bridgman that's on YouTube. And so I started looking into doing this course, studying Bridgman, and the flow of figures and dynamic poses that he would do, and stuff like that. And it really opens up your eyes of his method of how he would draw the human figure. And then he would also bring into this whole studying thing of this one guy. It was like either in the late 1800s or early 1900s, of this photographer that, in the early days of photography, how he would take pictures of people doing like certain actions, like whether it was like jumping or just simply walking and stuff like that, and they were all like in these separate frames, and studying how the muscles would move, like say if you throw a punch, or just simply walking, or if you're like, I don't know, like digging a hole with a shovel or something like that, how certain muscle groups become more accentuated than say others and stuff like that. And it's been a huge learning curve, learning that kind of thing, right? So I believe I told Hungry Boy this. I think I told Hungry Boy this, and he's like, yeah, like listen to him, or when I commented on this with Jim Steranko, I noticed like, that little heart thing, in Twitter and stuff like that. So, Hungry's following me when it comes to like getting advice from some of these people. So I know he's watching me. But it's so far been a big lesson, learning how to draw in the, I suppose you can kind of say, classical comic sense, rather than all these people that are either doing it with, God forbid, AI, or just basically, some of these new comic artists have resorted to, tracing, photos or pictures of other people. And then I think one that came out a couple of weeks ago, one Marvel artist, I think for X-Men, was actually caught copying the exact same panels from another Avengers comic from a few years ago. So, these phonies are getting caught here and there. And so, I just want to be able to produce, an original, really good piece of work. So, I'm trying my best on doing the best job possible.
So
So that way we can get to what we're doing.
Yeah. So on the short side, and I don't know what happened. I had a Gumby moment. My StreamYard crashed, and fortunately, you kept going.
Then there you go. So
no
it'll
one
work
noticed
out.
I was gone, so I'm here now. Phantom Outsider says, I know a guy who did an indie book who did that, but got in trouble as his book he tended to, shall we say, embellish, and his significant other didn't like that.
Ooh,
my.
my.
So yeah. So that was the long answer. The short answer is be patient, people. It will come out.
Yes.
Yes.
I am definitely trying my best with everything that's going on.
Yeah. On the good side about it, it gives me more time to try and get more ideas and hopefully do a lot of fleshing out on some of the ideas I have. So that when you are ready, we will have a finished storyboarding.
Yep.
Of course,
plus on top of that,
script.
Plus on top of that, I'm also because going through this, like Hungry Boy kind of explained to me, like, doing it this way, you end up finding your own style of how you end up drawing characters this way, right?
Yeah.
And this is kind of how like a lot of people ended up like getting their unique particular kind of style, whether it's like, I don't know, like George Perez or, definitely Jack Kirby like stands out among all of them, or say Arthur Adams or Jim Lee or John Byron, stuff like that. And that was another thing that Hungry Boy told me also. John Byron, he has his own website, obviously, like, this big forum kind of thing. And he said, if you look on his forum, he has these basically these alternate X-Men stories that he wanted to do for Marvel, but they never got published. But he's published them on his website, basically on his forums, right? Wow. And yeah, and they're really, really cool. I mean, I would totally tell everybody, and that's in the chat right now, check them out. They're phenomenal. And and they're pencils, and I think maybe some of them might be inked, but you get a little bit of an insight of how he constructs his pages, how he constructs the scenes and stuff like that, because you still see the line work here and there of how he does his perspectives, like in the backgrounds and stuff like that, and how he places his figures and stuff like that. And it gives you a really good insight of the nuts and bolts of kind of how he's constructing all these scenes in his mind. And it's like really, really helpful. I love it. If I can pull myself away from actually reading the entire story. because on one sense, you want to read the story because it's like unpublished work, right? But on the other half, you're supposed to be concentrating on how he's penciling all these pages, right? And that was the one thing that that Hungry Boy warned me about. It's like you gotta get out of the fan brain, right, as he calls it. And you can't do this from a fan brain perspective. You gotta be a little bit more technical on this. So because the fan brain tends to get in the way, as he kind of explains it. Yeah, because you're how should I explain this? It's like you can be a fan of cars, of certain automobiles, right? And hey, you might love a Porsche, you might love like a Maserati or a Ferrari or something like that. But you might not know how the car itself works or how it was engineered. And if you really want to say make your own car, right, then you got to get into literally the nuts and bolts of it, right? So that's how he's training me on how to think. Yeah.
Like what Phantom Outsider's saying, when you look as a fan, you lose your critical eye.
Exactly. Yeah, 100%. And not trying to be long-winded, but I'm a storyteller by default.
Understand. Understand totally. So good that he's doing these tests with you, and eventually, Legatus, eventually it's going to happen. We just gotta make sure the art does match the storyboarding, which is going to be, and it's going to be good. I can finally get these circling ideas out of my head and get it onto get it into the document. That's the issue. I find when I'm in bed and I can't sleep, rather than thinking about, oh, what am I going to be doing at work tomorrow? Oh, what's going on here? What's going on there? I just work on focusing on where I am in my dolphin world.
Yeah.
And it helps me sleep. And the problem is the ideas disappear and I don't get a chance to put them on in the notebook.
You know what? Here's the funny thing, okay? Because Hungry Boy just sent me an emoji, and so I sent him. Oh, he's gonna hate me. I just sent him a message. Yeah. Well, you can't really read it, but I said, with Raymond now, we're talking about you.
Well, I invited him on, and he never responded.
I'm gonna have so much fun with this now.
I invited him and I never heard back from him, so I don't know.
He's a busy dude.
Yeah, for a while there I was thinking, oh, he's probably thinking we're gonna put him on the spot, which we were.
Well, he had a bunch of rain, like I think it was like last week or something like that. So a lot of rain because I think it's slowly getting into the springtime in Australia. So yeah. So, but no, I'm glad. I'm so glad to know Hungary, and that he's taken the time to teach me this. I mean, where else would you end up getting an opportunity like this? To learn from somebody like him, right?
Who's been in the business.
Exactly. And I mean, it's cool that I know a few other guys like Al Nickerson that actually worked at Marvel in DC as well. He's got a bit of a different art style, and you get little tips and pointers from him as well. I mean, he was primarily an inker, and and I'm totally glad to know him because I mean, I will pitch his book. I mean, especially after what they did with him, where he was teaching at and stuff like that. So it's great being on this journey of knowing everybody that I've come into contact with, because I mean, I will say this, without Hungary's guidance, I probably just would have fudged through this. so in a roundabout kind of way, it's nice that how should I put it? It's nice that a professional like him can show you like the real ins and outs to produce a product that that will, you know, hopefully, hope to God that this ends up being quality, right? You know, because I want to be able to carry that forward, you know, from somebody like him that's teaching me all of this, you know.
Of course, Phantom Outsider. Oh no, now Hungry knows you're talking about him. New lesson. Drawing while being cracked in the knuckles with a yardstick or meter stick from Australia.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Jeez. I know, right? Watch him pop in the
listen.
chat just right now. Or Hungry, if you're lurking, don't hate
We love
me.
you, Hungry. We love you.
Oh man. No, but it's been you know, lately it's been really fun. It's actually making this fun because in the beginning he was like, you know, you might, you know, and I'm paraphrasing here, of course, you know, but you know, you might bitch and complain at this, you might want to quit or something like that, you know, but if you really want to learn, then you know, hopefully you're going to stick this through, because I've had, and again, I'm paraphrasing, you know, I've had a few students that just basically, you know, up and quit on him and said, you know what, nah, you know, I'm not going to do this anymore. So that also gives me a little bit of extra fuel, because I don't want to quit. This is something I've always wanted to do ever since I was a kid, basically. And like I said before, you know, where else are you going to get an opportunity like this to actually learn from somebody that actually knows, right? So
absolutely,
you know, not to make it sound like the way it does, but I want to take full advantage of this.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
Yeah.
So
yeah. And actually,
yeah.
You're getting the tough part. I got some
because I got yeah, I know, right? See, I want to say you got the easy part because you're thinking of this whole universe.
Yeah, and he said, and you know, his take was, you got it already. You know, he, you know, just I was able to adapt into the storyboard. Now I just got to keep putting the ideas onto the you know, finally getting it off my stick and putting it starting to type. But again, this is buying me some time. So,
yeah,
because one of the things we do got to discuss outside as a sidebar is how we want to well, again, we're not even close to there, but how we're going to approach the whole project.
Yeah,
but we're nowhere near that.
No.
We
got plans and schemes, people. Plans and schemes.
Plans and schemes, yes. A riddle in a mystery wrapped in I can't.
A mystery wrapped in an enigma. Something.
Yeah. Let's see. They were quitters. They all ran when the warp core breached, or when Hungry starts using the Klingon paint sticks. The lesson is inking while being hit with Klingon paint sticks.
Yep. Oh, that's the next thing. Oh my God, I didn't even mention that. Right? Okay, I got a bunch of these. These pens here. These micron pens, and you know, because eventually, once I conquer the pencils and being able to do the layout and all that jazz, I think now I might be wrong on this, but I think he might move me on to how to ink properly on top of that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And part of me is looking forward to it, but the other part of me is not, because once you get into the inking stage, that's permanent. You know,
Yeah.
there's no changing it.
Mm-hmm. The art
You
is
know?
the art once it's inked.
Yeah. So because I mean, ages ago, when I was doing my own comic, like way back in the 1990s, when it was just basically a fanzine, the only thing I did was I just took a, what was it, like I think it was like a .5 mechanical pen, and I just inked over the lines that I did, right? And and I thought, oh geez, inking is like, really really easy. You're just, tracing over the pencils that you did or something like that, right?
Mhm.
No, there's there's so much more to it than that. Oh my
Mhm.
god, there's pens and there's brushes, and then there's while I'm doing all this research on YouTube, like say Steve Rude, that does Nexus. I watched a couple of his videos as well because he has his own works, and different types of inks and organic and synthetic, and you want to use either a crow quill or you want to use this type of brush and that type of brush. And I'm like, oh my god, how do you figure this out? Like, how do you know what to use? You
Yeah.
know? And I mean, I thought it was just, picking what type of pencil that you want to use, and then it's just no, there are like, maybe 12 if not 24 different types of pencils, because they all pencil differently, from like light to like really heavy, really dark and stuff like that. And it's like, okay, well, what pencil should I be using once I start penciling? And so trying to figure that out, right? Because when you're doing pencils, you want to go over light, because you want to get the correct form down, and then hopefully you get the correct form down, then you want to go maybe a little bit heavier is what I found. And then you want to go over that, and then erase unnecessary lines and stuff like that. And then once you got that down, then you might want to go a little bit heavier on top of that as well. And then yeah, next it's like inking, which is going to be the next challenge.
Inking is going to be tough.
Oh god, what did I get into?
I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm really
No!
sorry.
Don't be sorry. No, because aside from wanting to do your story as well, I want to be able to do my story on top of that.
Mhm.
So it's basically, the whole thing has been pretty copacetic, like learning to do this, and then we do your comic, and then I want to be able to produce my comic as well. And oh boy. it's
Yeah.
it's
Wow.
it's yeah, you really don't know the scope of the job until you actually do
Really
it,
do it.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And because originally I wanted to do this like all digital, because I got let's see here, I got my light table, which actually this I got from through, what was it, through Temu, and it's huge, bigger than 11 by 17. But you plug it into a USB, you put it in, it's got 3 different settings and stuff like that. So that's been entirely helpful. And so the big, giant, humongous, clunky light table that I formerly had, but that this drawing tablet that I got like a few years ago, I wanted to do everything digital, because with graphic design, everything is digital, everything is on the computer, right? And Hungry was like, no, I don't want you to do.
He cyber slapped you from Australia.
Yeah, exactly, right? And he's like, no, you're not going to do this digital. Digital is like the easy way out, basically. because you know what? All you have to do is just undo, right? Until it looks right. And it's like, no, the reason why I want you to do this, paper to pencil, pencil to paper, is that so as you're progressing, and this is what a lot of modern artists do, because a lot of them do it digitally, right? Is to work out all the bad habits that you got, right? And so that way, when you're penciling, the less proverbial bullets in the chamber, the better, right? Because then it's just zip, zip, zip. And then once you got that all down packed, hey, then no problem. Go digital after that, right? If that's what you're comfortable with. So, it's definitely better because I feel more comfortable doing it on paper. It's more fun.
Okay.
So,
cool.
Yeah.
Let's see. All right. A mystery wrapped in a riddle hidden in a seal covered in bacon and dipped in chocolate. And you have to get to that riddle before Snorterpoopus Cuber. Good luck. And then he says, remember, you do it wrong, you need to wrestle the polar bear for the eclairs. Even if you don't want to, even if you don't want the eclair. Oh. Oh, so true.
Yikes.
So
Yes.
true. Yes. Yes, indeedy. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So you're going through Hungry Boys torture chamber. School of fine comic drawing.
Yeah. He just sent a reaction to the message right now. Oh God, Hungry, I love you. Yeah, he's laughing. He's laughing at that, saying, when I told him, yeah, with Raymond right now, we're talking about you. He's like laughing at that.
He's there.
Oh, look,
oh,
he just happens to show up.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Just as I tell people that you're going through. Wait for it.
Oh my God.
Wait for it.
Yeah.
Oh, wait for it.
I'm dead now.
No. This is.
Oh my God.
Oh dear. Okay.
Speak and the devil may appear.
No. Oh no. See, this is.
Oh God.
This no. See, this is Hungry Boys School of Comic Book Instruction. This is what Comic Relief Crusader is going through. He is going through. This is his classroom.
Oh my God.
Classroom.
That's right. It's so true.
That's Hungry Boys. That is Hungry Boys.
Oh my God.
Classroom for poor Comic Relief Crusader.
On occasion, I might be let out to go to the bathroom every 4 days. And I'm trying really hard.
And what's worse is when you have to go for your relief, when you have to go out for your relief, you are always accompanied by Snorterpoopus.
Exactly.
So
at least I got a bucket in the corner, so that that helps.
We love you, Hungry Boy.
Oh my God. Oh yeah.
Dear. Hello, Hungry Boy.
Hi, Hungry.
Hey, you want to come up?
Oh man.
Let's see.
Oh God! If you bring him on, it's just gonna get reprimanded for everything.
No.
Oh man!
The meeting of the minds.
Exactly.
That's
yeah, there you go. Love that comment. Yeah. Hey, I give him gruel, not merely bread and water. Yes, it's industrial grade gruel. not the cheap watered down crap. It's the industrial grade gruel.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
geez.
Yeah, sure. He wants a link.
It's on its way.
Okay. Oh,
It's on its
God.
way. He says,
Oh,
"Hola."
this is going to be so good now.
This is gonna be epic. This is
Oh,
going
jeez.
to be epic.
Oh, Lord.
Oh dear.
But no.
You never. He says, "Talk about backhanded camaraderie." Yeah. Get them through.
No, I even found some Larry Hama comics as well. Like Bucky O'Hare.
Oh yeah.
From like way back when, right?
Yeah.
So
Still Charleston. That's still Charlton, isn't it?
Yeah, Continuity Comics.
Oh, okay.
Continuity Comics.
Okay.
So yeah. A couple of weeks ago, I found Alpha Flight #1. Actually, like primo shape. I got that for like $25, which was just amazing because I had issue 1 and 2 for like 2 years, and there's this antique place in Calgary. And my wife was like, "Mike, they got some comics over here. You want to take a look at them?" It's like, okay, fine. Yeah, all right, no problem. And so, yeah, I actually picked up Alpha Flight #1. And found X-Men #1 on top of that. Got Teen Titans.
I've got that one.
The direct sale.
I got that one.
And so on top of that, on top of everything that's been going on and whatnot, it's a lot of studying because I've downloaded every worthwhile Fantastic Four comic that I got. I believe I got all the X-Men comics that I downloaded now, and taking my time to
me too, Hungry. I do too.
I do too. Yeah. It's actually really, really good. But it's taking the time. What I'm doing is I watched this documentary about Jack Kirby that was on, what was it on it was on Roku, something like that, with Jack Kirby being in World War II and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And how he brought all those life experiences, being in World War II, how he brought them also into how he drew his comics. And and then it got into like a segment of the Kirby crackles and stuff like that. And that's the one thing that I've always loved about Kirby. When it came to like energy bolts and stuff like that, like say for example, like with Silver Surfer, because I love Silver Surfer. And I actually had those issues. I had those issues, those first 3 issues of Galactus and Silver Surfer. And I love doing those Kirby crackles, going back to the second page, I can kind of, if my finger goes in the right place, I try to add like those little dots and stuff like that into this, because I love them so much. It's just something about them that says, like pure, unadulterated, just phenomenal energy that's coming out of a character. And actually I kind of find that better to do than one test that I did with having to draw like electricity. I find that a pain in the ass to do. Trying to draw electrical powers, but because I'm just more of a cosmic dude,
pure cosmic energy.
Yeah, right. Because I just found it just I love the Marvel cosmic universe side of things. Right, there was always something about Galactus and Silver Surfer that I loved, and because Galactus does things, not out of like some sort of perverted enjoyment or because he's evil or anything like that. He just does it because
he's hungry.
he does it because he does it. He does it, because he needs to feed. And and one thing that he says in one of those Fantastic Four issues, I forget which one it was, like 49, I think it was, or 50. I forget which one, but he's like, does a person think about, an ant when he trods upon the anthill? He doesn't think about it, right? He just does it because he's Galactus. He does what he does because that's what he needs to do, right? And us little mere mortals, can't comprehend that. Yes, I drew on paper.
After I told you to only draw on Bristol boards.
Okay.
To the dungeon with you. Oh.
Yes. Oh God. You know what? Okay, look. I finally got Bristol board.
It's upside down.
Yeah, I know it's upside down. Okay. So I finally got Bristol board, and because I'm budgeting, and see, it has all the lines on there, for my bleeds and stuff like that. So
who's the hottie in the front cover?
I don't know. Strathmore's answer to a character for selling their product.
Oh.
So I got this on Amazon. I think there's like 100 pages on this.
Wow.
And it's a good weight. It's 100-pound weight, which is pretty good. And I think I got it for like $25. But
100 pounds? I mean, not actually.
Well, it's paperweight. What they call paperweight. 100-pound paperweight. Gotcha. So yeah. So it's a thicker paper. It's like lighter than your standard cardstock, but thicker than paper, right?
Okay.
So yeah, Hungry knows what I'm talking about if he doesn't reprimand me anymore, and forgive me. So oh, there we go. Strathmore is now acceptable. It used to suck. Thank God I chose right. Because I was thinking I was gonna hear you chose poorly, and then
to the pit.
Dissolve.
To the pit.
Yeah. To the pit with you.
Yes,
to the pit with you.
Yes. Oh dear. Oh man.
Yeah. No Phantom. No pain sticks.
Yeah. No. I bitched at Strathmore 10 years ago. Oh
boy.
Dear. Oh dear.
Oh, how would I love to be the fly on that wall when that happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, it's all helping a lot. It's becoming more fun now that I know that how should I put it? You know what? This is what I should do. Because I was late, and you know what? And let's go through, because I'm such a hoarder. And because, you know what, this is what I told my kids like a long time ago. I always told them to keep their old work, because one day they're going to, how should I put it? Because I want them to remember where they were at and then take a look at their art, because sometimes they would go, oh no, you know what, this really sucks, what I'm drawing right now, or something like that. And I always tell them, no, keep your stuff, because there's going to come a time where you're going to look back and you can literally then see how far you've come, right?
Good point.
And yeah, because it's like, this is like some of the old stuff I did like back in the 90s and stuff like that. I was experimenting, and and yeah, it's manga, so couldn't help it. That was my influence then. And but no, it's like you can literally see how far you progress, and then it just makes drawing like fun. And I know a lot of these are like water damage and stuff like that, but but you know, it makes this a lot more fun to do now, being able to
Good.
just, you know, take the time and draw it out. And I mean, you know, stuff like this, I was like experimenting with like silhouettes. And yeah, I know that one looks, you know, kind of crappy, but whatever, you know, we're still
Hello,
getting into it.
Dalek.
Hey, Dalek. You know, so I was experimenting with like these silhouettes, you know, and inking that all in and whatnot. And oh boy, that was a comic that I had an idea with. It was kind of like before Suicide Squad. And if I put it out now, then people would say, no, you're just copying Suicide Squad. But I had the idea first, I think. So,
And you know,
but
I'm not going to say anything, but that is close. That is close to
my entire files of old drawings and stuff like that and ideas that I have. I kept everything. God,
Well,
I
that's
even
good.
kept like the old graph charts that I got like at this printing place and stuff like that. And God, I still have that letter from Dark Horse Comics for a submission that I did like way back when.
And they said thank you, but no thank you.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, I tried to enter this contest, but no. But you know, it's taking all this stuff that I learned back then, and then learning all the new stuff, and I'm pretty sure I told Hungry this, that you know, now it's feeling more fun, that you know, with all these little tests that I'm doing here and there and everywhere, you know, along the way, I can see how I'm progressing, you know, slowly but surely, I guess, you know, or maybe I'm being too modest or something like that. But now that I know I can do it so far, right? It's like what my mom used to say, you know, if you can make your hobby your job, then you're going to work happy, right? And this is along the same lines of, you know, now that you know you can do it at this level, then it's becoming more fun. It's not becoming more, you know, a task of how should I put it, of you know, oh, I gotta make this look right because you know,
I've got the deadline to make.
well, yeah, and it's like, oh, my drawing sucks right now. Oh my god, you know, it just looks like garbage. But it's starting to look better, and that way it just gives me a lot more confidence, and you know, and it also helps that I that I got a teacher that's like, you know, you could have done better here or there, and this doesn't look quite right. It's like no, you're actually progressing pretty damn well, you know, here and there, and you know, you're doing really good, or you're accelerating in this and you're accelerating in that and stuff like that. And yeah, exactly. He warned me he was going to be brutal.
There's the pit. There's the pit for you.
The pit.
The pit. What do you mean? Art is slavery.
It is. Oh my God, it is. You become slave to your work.
Yes. This is fantastic. I wish we had time to bring Hungry Boy in, but sadly, Sandra and I have to bail out in about 15 minutes. I want to do this next week. Do you think you might be available next week? Hungry Boy, how about you?
I'm gonna say I'm hoping so, because with this job interview that I just had with this gentleman, you know, because he did ask me, you know, when are you? I'm assuming that you're available, like you know, like right now, and I'm like, yes. So,
well, even if you can't,
I will let you know. How about that?
Okay.
Yeah.
How about this?
The Hungry Pit.
We're going to the Hungry Pit. How about this, Hungry Boy? You, and because this is what I wanted to do for today. I want the meeting of the minds. you, me, and Comic Relief together talking about comics, prog rock, a whole myriad of things. Yes. And
Excellent.
Because Hungry Boy really gave me some ideas on how, the correlation between prog rock and comics, and I'm like, ooh, we gotta cross that line.
I'm gonna have to listen to that again. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Hungry Boy, you think you're down for it next week? Yes, and Comic, hopefully you'll be down for it. Oh, yeah. Great. He says, awesome. Well, on this note, I think at this point, we will do, so for Max Redstone's edification.
Yes, and thank you, Max, for filling in for me while I was trying to very hastily make it back here. So appreciate you, dude.
All right. So let's do. All right. Yeah. Oh, I got it on the loop. I got to get that loop off. That's the new show notes song. Great. Okay.
I love it.
So, I'm here before coffee too. I'm here before coffee too, you mofos. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So show notes. We're that as always, we adapt. We do the Semper Gumby, but this was so great tonight. I want to continue because, like I said, this is what I wanted to do tonight, but I couldn't get Comic and I couldn't get Hungry Boys schedules to mash. So now we got it. Next week, Comic Relief, Hungry Boy, King Dolphin, all in the same chat. The world is going to rock. The world will rock next week.
It's going to be huge. It's going to be phenomenal.
Huge.
That's right.
Phenomenal.
Don't get your panties in a bunch. It's going to be awesome. You want to be here.
Totally awesome. It's going to be totally awesome. Okay. On the 4th of September. God, we are already starting.
I know, right?
We're already almost into September. Wow. And it's actually quite cool down here. So I'm like, wait a minute. This is a month. This is a month early. Come on. Really?
Yeah, I know.
Really? I'm like, oh man. So next week we're gonna have Comic Relief, Hungry Boy, and myself for an interview or for just a general panel. And then
provided I'm not working that day.
Okay. All right. Well, either way, if you are, then we've got Hungry Boy here.
Right.
So it will be huge. Yes.
Huge circles.
Yes, huge. Oh, yo.
Huge circles.
I wish I had. Oh.
Oh God.
No.
I had to.
No.
Huge circles.
No. You want to see the latest. Let's see. This is going to be epic. We're working on this project here too, and we have you to thank for it. we got you to thank for it.
That's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm not meaning to interrupt or anything like that because, I got here late. So, circle templates. If you don't know what this is, if you do not know what this is an Ames lettering guide, okay? And apparently, if you were a letterer, because I'm sure that I'm going to have to learn that anyway. So I thought, you know what? I'm actually going to get the tool now. So, because I'm preparing for the future, right? And so apparently letterers or most letterers would actually use, an Ames lettering guide. So just in case you didn't know what that was. Yeah. So,
okay. So,
yeah.
All right. Here it is. This is going to be our shirt, the next shirt project. Okay. Simple. Right?
Yep.
And now this is going to be the back of the project of the shirt.
Ooh.
If I can get through StreamYards. This is the back.
You know what? For a graphic designer, that's not bad. You're hired.
So that's going to be our next T-shirt.
That's awesome.
You go to the King Dolphin page on Zazzle. Go to the King Dolphin page. Oh no, go to the Dolphin Wars page on Zazzle.
Yeah. See, I would have done one for Wendy, and I would have, because this all started with Wendy, right?
It did.
So it did, didn't it? So
Yes,
you know what?
did.
I would have done something like more along the lines of something like this, maybe. No, but that's just me. So Wendy, you finally got your drawing of huge circles. So there you go. Huge.
All right. Okay. So let me continue past this thing. Okay, so next week, Hungry Boy, Comic Relief, and myself together. Will the world survive? On the 4th, Lance Nielsen will be on, a filmmaker and interviewer. And then on September 11th, we will be doing back to the Fantastic Four reviews. I don't know which one we will do, but we will do something. So it's starting to look up. It's starting to look up for interviews and discussions and all sorts of good stuff for the as we roll toward episode 300, the 3rd year anniversary of King Dolphin TV.
Yeah.
Huge. And he says it's gonna be epic. Oh yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes. So 3 years and 300 episodes, and the road to 1,000 continues. So and prog rock. Yes. I got a few things to discuss. I got a few things to discuss about prog rock with you, Hungry Boy. I'll tell you next week. All right, so that is show notes. Come on. Come on. All right.
Oh yeah, it's time for show notes. It's time for show notes. It's time for show notes. Yeah, with Mr. Raven and Sandra too. It's time for show notes. We're bringing it on. It's time for show notes. You've all been warned. It's time for show notes.
Okay, thanks, PJ.
Wait, what?
Thanks, PJ.
Wait, what did Phantom say? Wait, we'll be drawing
He
a
says,
splash page
next week.
while Well,
hung upside
my
down
God.
with his index fingers in a Chinese finger trap, using his left hand in 30 minutes or else.
Oh my God.
And he says,
Do
and that's
that.
on an easy day. Oh God.
Oh,
Hello,
crap.
PJ. Hello, Orville Nation.
That's my next test.
Yeah. How you doing? How you
And
doing,
have it done in 20
PJ?
minutes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
30 minutes or else. All right. Let's
Exactly.
Jeez, Fatty.
Supposed to do it blindfolded in the water tank. That's the week after Phantom. God.
Yeah. Yeah. Get
You
it
have to
straight.
you have to progress up in the levels.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. All right. So, and again, thank you. Hello, PJ. Thank you for the kind wishes. And I'm glad you're here. All right. So let me start now that we got the show notes closed out and we know what's going on next week. Let me thank everybody who has been here. We had Angular. Thank you. We had the great Canadian Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
We had FKHC 2005. Gary Ambrosia visited. We have the amazing, the huge, the fantabulous Hungry Boy, who will be on next week. We had John the Beagle Dad. We had Orville Nation. Thank you for being here, PJ. We had Phantom Outsider. We had the great Pudgy Hedgehog. We had Real Wade Nation Gaming Clips. And we had Suzanne. Thank you for being here, dear. We had Taylor Swift, Greater Than Disney. We had Tina, the Naughty Dragon. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, lovely guests, for being here, and hope you have enjoyed it totally. I certainly did, and I know Comic here did as well.
Oh yeah.
All right. We got now the lifeguards. Yes, we no longer have wrenches. We have lifeguards here because this is the pod. We had the first one in, the last one out, the Legatus Legionnaire. We had Max Redstone. We had Agent Pepsi 1. We had the Exterminator, Dalek 451.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got you. The Exterminator, Dalek 451. Let's see. We got Agent Pepsi 1. We had John Rendell. And we had Wendy Fez Forever. We had Wendy Webb, Trauma Warrior. Please put a WTW out there to show our support and love for Wendy during this sad period for them. And also put CRC out there to show our best wishes and hope he gets this job. I really hope you get this job. Okay. And let's see. Agent Pepsi 1, Dalek, Legatus, Max.
Thanks, man.
And let's see. I'm missing Wendy Webb and John Rendell. Oh, yes. Also, Mama Fez.
Yes.
Yes. All right. And let's see. He wants to hear Randy Macho Man Savage again. Oh. So, and I'm forgetting somebody. Oh, yes. The head of
Will, I can just tell you hungry for true Doctor Who.
Nice.
Doing my Macho Man Randy Savage. Ooh, dig it.
And 5 years have just left out of Comic Relief's life after that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I got Canadian lag going on in my internet, so.
Snortapoopa says, take care, AV, Human, Dolphin, Doggo, Dalek, Ferret, Eagle, Hedgehog, and Cephanophore. He's copyrighted, trademarked, a wholly owned subsidiary of King Dolphin. And and he must. I can't forget him because he now has a collection agency, and the last thing I want is for him to decide he wants to beat me up. Snort purpose, Cuber. Dot screen. Hashtag. See ya, baby.
Oh God.
Mwah, mwah, mwah. Okay, I gotta have a talk with these guys. This is getting a little bizarre here.
Phantom.
There's a macho man.
There's
a macho man clip of him saying cup of coffee in the big time. Dig it. Oh yeah.
Cup of coffee big time. Dig it.
Snap into a Slim Jim.
And we snap into a Slim Jim, brother.
Yep. All right. They cancel. All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cancel that lack of light at both. When are they green lighting next season of Orville? And Amber, my little ice princess. Whoa. Mwah. Mwah. Are we gonna see next week? We're gonna see Snortopoopas Fernando. Ooh. We have to see.
I like that.
Uh-huh. Yeah. All right, everybody. This was a great show. Comic Relief. You were epic. This was amazing. Thank you. You were very informative. Better late than never.
That's true.
Better late than never, but which is why we're going to continue this next week with Hungry Boy. Yep. So thank you again. This was great. And of course, thank you, Max, for the limerick and for coming in and pinch hitting. You could have stayed on a little bit, but thank you very much for coming on and helping out while we were waiting for the great one, Comic Relief Crusader here. Let's see.
I'm just having fun, just like you guys.
Yep, that is true. And Alex says Pudgy is live on Twitch now. So if you're interested, go to Twitch and see Pudgy Hedgehog. All right. And check out his channel, Pudgy Hedgehog Adventures. All right. So Comic, put your channel up. You're rich or your lifeguard.
Oh yeah, that's right. I suppose I should do that.
Yes,
that would help, wouldn't it?
Yes. Yes, you should.
Let me get my address up so I can put it in the chat, and then everybody will know how to find me today.
Yep. Hoopy anniversary, Raymond and Sandra. Thank you, Snort.
There we go.
I appreciate it. All right. He does. You do Tutillating Tuesdays.
That's right. How many years now? How many years now?
I don't know. Who? You or me?
No, your anniversary.
Oh, our wedding anniversary? We've been married 14 years. And as she said yesterday,
nice.
14 years and she hasn't killed me. Yeah. So, yes, go to Comic Relief. Go to Comic Relief Crusader. He has shows every Tuesdays and Fridays.
Yep.
All right. So everybody, you have a wonderful evening. We will see you. There will be a Just Cause on Saturday. It will be huge.
Totally.
Huge. Yes, it will be huge. He says that 65 years in Hollywood. Thanks, Hungry. All right.
Or 2 if you're Elizabeth Taylor.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
You guys have a great evening. We will. No, we do not. Not on the Wednesday show. Not on the Wednesday show. No, that's saved for Just Cause. All right, everybody. You have a great evening. I love you all. And we will see you on Saturday Have a safe rest of the week. Love you guys.
See ya.
Oh, we're still on.
on.